There comes a moment that does not announce itself. No music, no applause, no warning. It is quiet, almost invisible. But in that moment, something inside you changes forever. You stop asking for permission. You stop waiting to be understood. You stop shrinking so others can stay comfortable. Not because you became arrogant, not because you became cold, but because you became awake. You realized that the version of you they were familiar with was never the full story. It was a smaller chapter, a safer chapter, a version edited to fit rooms that were never built for your growth. And when you finally stepped forward, fully, honestly, unapologetically, they felt it. Not because you said anything, but because your presence no longer asked to belong. You stepped into a version of yourself they can't contain. And this is where the real journey begins. There was a time when you were celebrated for being agreeable, for being helpful, for being easy to manage. People loved the version of you that stayed predictable, the one who didn't challenge the atmosphere, the one who made others feel secure by remaining small. But growth is disruptive. Growth rearranges energy. Growth forces truth into spaces that were built on comfort, not courage. When you began to expand, the room didn't change, you did. And suddenly the same place that once felt warm started to feel tight. Not because it became hostile, but because it could no longer stretch with you. This is where confusion begins for many people. They mistake discomfort for failure. They think, maybe I'm doing something wrong. But the truth is simpler and deeper. You are no longer compatible with the space that once fit you. Outgrowing a room doesn't mean you disrespect what it gave you. It means you honor what it prepared you for. Some places are classrooms, not destinations. And when you finally stand up fully, you realize the ceiling was never that high. You were just crouching. There was a phase where staying quiet felt safe. You listened more than you spoke. You absorbed more than you expressed. Silence once protected you. It helped you observe. It helped you learn the patterns, the rhythms, the unspoken rules. But then something shifted. Your silence stopped being peace and started becoming pressure. Your unspoken thoughts became weight. Your restrained voice began to echo inside you. This is a powerful sign of evolution. When your inner world grows stronger, silence is no longer neutral. It becomes a resistance against your own truth. And your body, your mind, your spirit, none of them are built to carry that forever. People may say, "You've changed." What they really mean is, you're no longer quiet in ways that benefit me. Your voice isn't aggression. Your boundaries aren't hostility. Your clarity isn't arrogance. They are alignment. And when you finally speak, not to impress, not to argue, but to exist fully, some people won't know how to respond. Not because you are wrong, but because they were used to your absence, not your presence. When you step into your power, reactions change. Smiles become measured. Support becomes conditional. Energy shifts in subtle but undeniable ways. And if you're not careful, you'll internalize it. You'll start asking yourself, am I too much? Should I slow down? Should I soften this part of me? But here is the truth. Few people tell you. Not everyone is meant to feel comfortable around your evolution. Your growth highlights what others avoid within themselves. Your discipline exposes procrastination. Your courage reflects fear. Your consistency mirrors excuses. This doesn't make them bad people. It makes them human. But it also doesn't make it your job to shrink. You are not required to carry the emotional weight of reactions that come from comparison. You are not obligated to explain your transformation to those who benefited from your hesitation, and you are not responsible for maintaining dynamics that require your limitation. Your responsibility is alignment with your values, with your vision, with the version of you that wakes up knowing it chose honesty over approval. Let them adjust. Let them process. Let them decide. Your only task is to continue. There is a phase almost no one warns you about, a quiet stretch where old connections fade and new ones haven't arrived yet. This is not punishment. This is preparation. When you shed old layers, there is space, and space can feel empty before it feels purposeful. This is where many people retreat. They run back to familiarity. They trade alignment for company. But those who endure this phase discover something rare. They learn how to stand without an audience. They learn how to validate themselves without external confirmation. They learn how to keep moving, even when no one is clapping. Loneliness here is not lack. It is refinement. You are being recalibrated. Your standards are being rebuilt. Your tolerance for distraction is dissolving. And when the right people eventually enter your life, they won't need you to be smaller. They won't need you to explain your ambition. They won't feel threatened by your focus, because they will recognize you. Until then, walk steady. This season is shaping your foundation. Power does not require hardness. Strength does not demand cruelty. Growth does not mean losing compassion. The strongest version of you is not loud, aggressive, or reckless. It is calm. It is intentional. It moves with direction, not desperation. You can be firm without being harsh. You can be confident without being dismissive. You can be unstoppable without becoming unrecognizable to yourself. The version of you they can't contain is not driven by ego. It is guided by clarity. You know where you're going. You know what you're willing to give. And you know what you will no longer accept. This balance between ambition and integrity, between intensity and self-control, is what makes you rare. You are not here to dominate spaces. You are here to expand them or outgrow them, and whichever happens is progress. At some point, you stop looking back to see who is watching, not because you don't care, but because you finally care enough about your life to move forward without hesitation. You understand now that growth does not ask for approval. It does not wait for agreement. It does not slow down to explain itself to those who refuse to listen when you are becoming. You carry a calm awareness. Some people will never understand this version of you, not because it is wrong, but because it was never meant to fit inside their expectations. And that realization brings peace. You are no longer driven by the need to be accepted. You are driven by the need to be aligned with your purpose, your discipline, and the quiet promises you made to yourself in moments when no one was there to hear them. The path ahead may still feel heavy at times. There will be days when the silence returns, when doubt attempts to whisper, when comfort tries to pull you backward. But you will recognize it now. You will remember why you chose this path. You will remember the cost of staying small. You will remember the version of yourself who was tired of shrinking just to belong. So you keep walking, not loudly, not carelessly, but with intention. Let the world misunderstand you for a while. Let distance form where alignment no longer exists. Let growth rearrange your life in ways that only make sense later. Because the truth is simple and unshakable. You did not change to prove something. You changed to become something. And once you step into a version of yourself that is honest, disciplined, and fully awake, there is no going back. You don't need permission anymore. You don't need validation anymore. You don't need to explain your evolution. You are already walking it, and that is why they can't contain